Hmm.
You're too good to play with me. Like, you know what I mean? If I were gonna play with you, I just, you know, I would be eclipsed.
I played the 5th, but you know, you're eclipsing yourself with your camera. Holy shit, dude. Expedition buffs. Do you feel like they were enough in maps versus logbooks? Like, what is your opinion on how it's all shaken up now?
I think it was enough to make me want to run 2-gen. That is about it, outside of doing high deli with Nemesis and beyond and whatnot.
Right.
Because, like, at some point, once you've juiced enough, then you might as well do it because you're still going to get something out of it. But if you're just doing regular maps, there's no fucking way outside of 2-gen.
I feel very similarly. I feel like if I was a more casual player, I would enjoy it a lot more. But when you're trying to blast and get exalts and, like, try and get rich and make your character fucking blast like we used to, it's not worth it to spend any time on anything other than 2-gen unless you're specifically grinding for rare monsters through like Nemesis currency, or you're doing deli for a lot of just monster count. Because if you get, say, a good layout for them and you set up all your explosives right, you can get a lot of monster count. But other than that, I wouldn't do them like if I was just normal mapping, unless it's 2-gen, just because he has the exotic coinages and they kind of sell for a lot of money at the moment. I did notice, one thing I did notice, I noticed the buff to the drop rate of all of the scrap metals, exotic coinages, astraggalies, and the other thing. I forgot what it is.
I don't actually know what the other thing is either.
Yeah,
but
it's...
I think it's pronounced astragali.
Yeah, astragali. Astragali. Okay. Yeah, that's the one. I did also...
It kind of... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, you.
Oh, I was just going to say, it makes me sad, too, because I liked the idea of the upselling guy a lot at League Start. And then I've just never interacted with him since. The
upselling guy? You mean like the one where you have to gamble, or not gamble, but like give him a certain amount of money, and if he declines, you have to go up, or?
The guy who like upgrades your rares and wants more from you each time.
Oh, Rog. Rog is a gamer. Yeah, I have actually really enjoyed crafting sessions with him. But I have yet to hit an item where I'm like, holy shit, fucking, this is insane, I'm gonna be rich. We're rich, boys. But I have hit some items that have sold for like 20 here, so if you know what basis to go for, I will say it still feels worth it if you have the currencies, because they don't sell for a whole lot. But if you just want to sit and have fun and stop blasting maps for a little bit, I will say it was pretty fun. It's cool content, it's a new way to craft. I enjoyed learning it, like looking at it, testing it all out. And when you hit one craft, and you're like, okay, this is pretty good, I need this one for this to be insane, and then it hits it, and you're like, fuck, dude, so good. It feels good.
Yeah, it seemed pretty cool, but in softcore, I can't really see myself doing it. Maybe, like, when I do an SSF restart or whatever, but...
Yeah, when I go into SSF, I will absolutely be doing that. It's sort of like metamorphs. Like, in Trade League, it's very uncommon to actually run all of your metamorphs. Because it gives a lot of really small, really good currencies that you could normally just buy. But in SSF are like invaluable to have even one of. So it's kind of like a trade-off there with time and everything in that regard. Have you messed with Gwenin at all? Have you done any gambling?
No.
Where she'll show you the base type.
Like I said on stream, useless ass bitch.
Gwenin is a lot of fun.
Every time I see her,
I love the fact that you get to gamble for items, and you can get all the base types and get a bunch of different uniques and stuff. I think it's a lot of fun, and it gives people something to look forward to with a gamble that doesn't cost any money otherwise that you would be losing, because it's like a centralized currency within the league, rather than being like chaos or exalts or costing fusings or something to buy items. So I'm really happy about that. It's like chance orbs, yeah, I would say.
The only way I would like it as a league mechanic instead of a chance orb is if it was like almost guaranteed or basically guaranteed to be rare or better. Especially in higher tier maps. Like, say I do it inside a fucking T16 and I get a blue item. Bro, I'm a fucking screech.
In my experience, I've gotten mostly rares.
That is the best way to make me uninstall the game.
I have gotten mostly rares. I have yet to get anything with, like, more than 3 sockets, though. Which is kind of weird. But I have hit some uniques that were worth just a little bit. I haven't hit any, like, badges or, obviously, headhunters or shavs or anything, but some of the items have been like, oh, that's pretty good. But if you get a rare or a magic item, it's just an instant sell or delete. She was far from me in my last hideout, so I would just delete them so that I could gamble more. I would save up a bunch, reroll. And there's a copy paste that you can do that somebody created that gives you all the good base types.
Supposedly, I saw LMU using it though, and it put a unique base that's not very good anymore this league, at least. It was previously good, so I'm not saying that they didn't think about what they put in there, but it's not currently very good.
Yeah. I mean, it's to be expected. I don't expect it to be perfect, but at least it filters out without me having to use brain. That's all PoE is using brain, and anytime that I get to gamble and not use brain is big brain.
I don't use brain. I play an Orabot.
Yeah. Yeah. Smite it real good, dude. I don't know. I've liked all of them. Dawning is kind of boring because obviously it's just currency exchange. Rog crafting is fun. Tujin is kind of cool to like re-roll and just be like, will I get an exalt? I got 2 2120 gems in one re-roll. It was pretty neat. One of them was Leap Slam, so that was pretty cool. The other one was absolutely useless and nobody's gonna buy it, so it was a GCP. He can give some fun items though. Like he gives a lot of small currencies and stuff, and sometimes they're overpriced. But the amount of stacked decks he offers is also pretty nice.
What does quality on Leap Slam give? Superior?
Attack speed?
Okay, I mean, fair enough. That's good.
A GCP, if it's a 20, when you vendor it.
I mean, if you're using a Leap Slam, you would want
or is it AoE?
Speed, yeah, so.
Is it AoE? Let's go check.
If it's AoE, then it's a
I think
GCP,
it's AoE.
yeah.
Wait, I think it's actually AoE. I mean, you could use it for like Fortify, you know? But that's like really, really late league type shit. Let's see, Leap.
I mean, the level does give you action speed or whatever on the Leap Slam. So.
It's actually worse than we possibly could have imagined. It is stun duration on enemies.
Oh, Poggies, dude.
Which I believe is a local mod, not a global mod. So it's only from Leap Slamming the enemies.
Yes.
Leap Slam build confirmed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Better go Leap Slam Totem. You saw it in the trailer, right, Smile?
God, dude.
That means it's meta.
Leap Slam. I thought that it would be something decent. I swear it used to be attack speed, but maybe that's like an alternate quality or something.
I'm not gonna lie though, I do kind of want to see somebody make a Leap Slam Totem build and make it good. I don't know if you can make it good, but I want to see it.
You can make it good. If you throw enough currency, you can make Venom Gyre good. You can make Viper Strike good.
I mean, you know, good point. Whenever I have 12 mirrors, I will go make a Leap Slam Totem build.
Yeah. So basically take all the gear from Cyclone and then replace Cyclone stuff with Leap Slam. It's easy. It's easy, dude. For the meta builds, I'm actually surprised to see so many people still playing Toxic Rain, where most people would have changed off by now. It's very strange to me.
You want to know why I'm surprised?
Yeah, of course.
I thought it was dead.
Yeah, a lot of people actually thought that Toxic Rain was going to be dead after they nerfed it again for the third league in a row.
It was sarcasm. I didn't think it was going to be dead. YouTube told me it was going to be dead.
Right. YouTube does that a lot. As a person who played it on League Start up until like level 90, it was perfectly fine. I actually loved it. It felt perfectly good. It was a very good build. Still competent to League Start with, still competent to push the end game with. It's a lot of fun. But like I said, I'm still surprised that so many people are playing it, even with all the nerfs to everything else. SST, have you given that a shot yet?
No, I see the single target on most people's SST and I can't play it.
Honestly, the single target feels very steady, but it's definitely on the weaker side. But I feel like, personally, it makes up for it in like the clear speed with the explode. Feels very good. It makes up for it with tankiness. Makes up for it with fun. I feel like it's a very well-rounded build for anybody looking for a new build. So Spectral Shield Throw is just a lot of fun. I played the bleed version of it. Apparently there's a lot of cold conversion raider versions. A lot of versions. But
to me, it seems like a tier 2 build, and if I'm gonna play a tier 2 build right now, I want to play Frostblade Raider. So
well, I mean, I'm clearing T16s just fine, and I only have like 3 or 4x into my SST as bleed. I just have mostly uniques on that are kind of bleh, and then a good shield. It's not very hard to gear. It's good to get damage. It's really easy to get damage, and it's very hard to die. I tanked all of Katarina's attacks earlier when we almost Almost had a catastrophe there. I was able to just,
T1 a T1 build would kill bosses like twice as fast as what it currently does, from what I've seen from everybody.
You see, when you said T2, I thought you meant maps.
Oh no!
I was like tier 2.
No,
tier
you're
2
not
map?
stuck in white maps. No.
I was like, it's not a white mapping, but that's why it's so That's why it's so popular. It's so good. It is 17% of players level 94 and above are actually still playing it.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of fun, and it's actually good for once, so I like it in that regard. But, yeah, I put it on the same tier as Frostblade, and to me, Frostblade is just a lot of fun.
It's fun, and it's good, but it's not like, woo, fucking insane, let's push the end game, Serious Awakener 503. Like, it's you know, you could kill him if you know the mechanics, don't get hit by things super bad, and then it'll be fine. I would say it's not punishing to play if you don't know mechanics, though. I would say it's a really good beginner build as well as advanced player build, because there's so many different things that you can change on it to make it your own build, which is quite fun.
True.
I experimented with some Mortal Conviction.
I saw somebody. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I experimented with like some Mortal Conviction, and I changed a lot of stuff around on the tree. Tried some Impale. Like I tried a lot of different things, and all of them worked just fine. It just depends on your playstyle and the gear you have available, which is also what's going to have me cast my prediction for the Gauntlet, that it is going to be the main build in the Gauntlet as well, just like Earth Shatter, Earthquake, and Ground Slam 1.
Already, it's pretty early.
It's SST is going to happen. It's going to be the main build.
Well, I definitely I saw somebody playing it as a self chill, and that seemed pretty fun. That
actually sounds really good. You throw shields so fast, man. You would have to not be bleed though, I think.
I don't think they were. I didn't actually like look at their pub or their PoE Ninja or like any of that, but
that would be like
I saw it on YouTube, but I was like, that looks kind of fun.
Yeah. The thing is, it's probably hella expensive because A, self chill is expensive, and B, the Watcher's Eye to make cold conversion work for Spectral Shield Throw is very expensive as well.
If you go SSF though, nothing's expensive.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Other than metacrafting, and then you're gonna have a really bad day.
Yeah, they do cost a lot of X.
So I have actually played 3 out of 4 of the top builds of the league. Because I'm a meta slave. So we have Spectral Shield Throw, Raise Spectre, Toxic Rain, and then the one I haven't tried is Forbidden Rite Totems. And apparently on like a 1x budget, you can kill Serious Awakener 8 no problems, because you have so many defensive layers compared to a lot of other types of builds, and then you also have a lot of damage because it's a Chaos ability, and Chaos abilities tend to be very, very, very strong.
Yeah, it's definitely overtuned right now. I'm a big fan of it personally. Like, once my bleed bow is done, it might be the totem build that I play. I'm not sure yet, but which, by the way, why I don't get why everybody. I mean, this isn't a topic, but at the same time, I'm gonna kind of make it one, I guess. But PoE players really like to hate on meta builds.
Yeah,
like they really like it. Every stream that I go into, and if somebody's playing FR, they're like, "Oh my God, you're playing FR Totem. I can't believe it. Why can't I watch any streams that aren't FR Totem? Why are you all doing this?"
It's like that with every game.
Like, bro.
I have noticed that in every game that I've ever watched. It's like, why are you doing this thing when this is the meta? It's like, because it's the fucking meta. Like, it's good. It's going to be good. I'm going to be able to beat the game. Why are you stuck in fucking Blood Aqueducts, you boob head? Like, back up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't judge in a Twitch chat. It's weird.
I guess I understand to some degree, because it's like they see the same thing everywhere, but I don't know, dude. If you want to see something else, play something else.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you can see it on your own screen and live, like, you know?
Or go to a different stream. That's not a hard one. That's not a hard one either. If you don't like somebody's content, you're not obligated to be there. God damn it. Leave. You don't gotta complain. Then make them feel bad because you feel bad. I'm gonna emphasize the goddamn it part here again. I feel like this is important. It's crazy how many times I've seen things.
That's not like a damn it. That's a god damn it.
God damn it. Yeah, exactly, dude. It's like you said, like making it into a topic real quick. I have seen that across every game I've ever played. And watched streams of, like Overwatch, World of Warcraft, Diablo 3, Path of Exile, fucking literally everything that I watch. Somebody's like, well, you're really just gonna play this when everybody else is playing this? It's like, yes. Yeah, there's a reason everybody's playing it. It bangs, okay?
Facts.
I was gonna make it your mom joke, but trying to be professional here. Trying to be professional here. Unique flasks got gutted so hard. The only one that I see people using now is roomies, and then the overflowing chalice to make your other non-unique flasks work. Like Adziri's and Taste of Hate are okay. Bottled Faith is being used by PoE Ninja Warriors. Dying Sun is used for Ellie hit, and that is just about it. Cinder Swallow is fucking dead because of the amount of charges it takes to use.
Especially when you roll 199% like we did today.
Oof, yeah, that was a mess. And with mana recovery.
1% off minimum.
Isn't it great?
True. Yeah, I don't. Yep.
Unlucky. I don't like that they... I was watching a DatMods clip, okay? And he was saying, like, when he used a really good term here. He was saying when GGG decides to nerf things in PoE, they like behead it. They kill it dead. They don't make it so that it's possible to still play, but they nerf the shit out of everything that they're going to nerf. They make it so that it will not be at the top anymore.
I mean, definitely won't be at the top. I think sometimes people exaggerate how bad the nerfs are.
Flasks have been killed. Unique flasks are nigh on useless now, other than roomies, because it's just 12 and 6% chance to not take damage.
I agree with that. For the most part, I wouldn't use a unique flask anymore, but Taste of Hate is still good. Like, especially if you want Fizzmit, like, it's still really good.
No doubt. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's not necessarily in regards to unique flasks, but in general, I do feel like PoE players oversell the nerfs a lot of times. A lot of skills get nerfed, and then everybody's like, oh my god, it's dead, like TR, and then it's perfectly fine. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that one.
I think that things like Blade Vortex, that nerf, is more so an example of what I'm talking about. That and Bladefall Blade Blast.
That was a pretty bad nerf, yeah.
Blade Blast got absolutely shit on. Unique Flask got shit on.
It's still live in Poison, though. I mean, sure, you're mainly using Plague Bearer, but, like, you're using Bladefall, Blade Blast as your main attack. Like, it's what you cast the most, you know?
I suppose that's fair, yeah, but if that's not Copium, I don't know what is, Beanies. The ability is not having a good time. Blade Blast is dead for every type of build except for ones that use Plague Bearer.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. That's what they're talking about when they say they kill it dead.
I did say a lot of the time. Yeah. I didn't say all the time.
Yeah.
You named like 3 nerfs out of like 500 in this patch.
Okay, dude. Everything got nerfed by 40 to 50%.
Yeah, and that was perfectly fine. Seriously, 100%. That was actually fine.
Yeah, it is fine.
We're actually fine.
Very, very dead compared to how it was, which is why there's 4 times less players at level 95 in the second week.
I mean, we were Omega OP before, though. Does the game need to be super easy to play, or
they can make it more difficult? Is kind of the way that I thought about it. So when they're dealing with power creep, they need to stop adding fucking power and add more difficulty, so that people who can do more difficult content can do more difficult content without making them feel like shit. Right? Add up to tier 20 maps. Give me fucking... What color can we go to next? Purple. Give me purple maps. Let me blast purple maps and stop giving me damage. Lower the damage. Don't add 7 and 8 links. Okay,
eventually, we don't need 8. Though, that gets really redundant. How is it going to feel when you're doing tier 257 maps? No, you wouldn't,
because they would stop buffing you. They would leave the game at a good point of stasis where you can just experiment, and the shit you're always going to do decent no matter what you play. And then shit gets hard at a certain point.
But power creep is what gets people excited. Which is why there weren't a lot of players playing this league, because they saw the patch notes, they didn't get excited.
I don't think it's power creeping. I think it's being powerful. And now you can't be powerful. So conversely, I think the opposite of what you were just saying. I think people aren't playing because you can't get powerful, not because... Or it's not that you can't. It's like... You're going to be doing 40 to 50% less damage really no matter what you do this league. Which doesn't really have anything to do with power creep, and more so just like...
builds could be pushed to 20 million.
Right, which it now requires a lot more currency to be put into it, right? So it's
Yeah.
like it's just one of those weird little.
I don't necessarily disagree, but I also it's like I'm very in the middle on it. Like they chose their way of doing it. And I don't think that their way of doing it is intrinsically worse than the way that you're proposing.
Yeah, me neither. I'm just coming from a personal perspective of like how I would have preferred for them to tackle the issue of power creep, because they kept adding power and adding power and adding power, and we've been at T16 maps for 2 years now. But they kept adding power, so T16 maps were easy. So we were like 100% deli, fuck it. That's the end game now. And then they were like, actually, fuck you, die. And they 40 to 50% nerfed everything instead of just adding more difficult content that would make make the scaling after T16 fucking astronomical, dude. T17's 300% more damage than T6. Like, do something crazy, add a hard end game. That way I have something to achieve rather than nerfing me into achieving the things that I've already done league and league again. You feel me?
I guess that's fair, but at the same time, the tier of the map is just a number. So I don't disagree with you, but at the same time, why should it feel worse to do a T15 than a T17? To me, it's just a number.
Well, it's like when I said, it gives people something to strive for. Like if T17s are 300% harder, just as a fucking random number, than T16s, I have something to work for. And if I get my ass kicked in T17s, I'm like, okay, back to the drawing board. Let's go fucking blast some 16s, see what's up, see what I can do. Okay, so that I can do some 17s.
Yeah, and now you just go do that in yellow maps instead of red.
Yeah, but I've done that before is the problem. They're not adding enough in game. They're adding too much. They're taking away too much. They're not adding anything. Yeah. Because I've done yellow maps for fucking 2 years now, and it's like, okay, cool.
Although personally, I think I want a different early game. Like I want to level. I want to level through Abyss or like Delving or something. Yeah.
Also that. Give me Infinite Delve for leveling. Give me Infinite Delve for leveling. I would fucking love that, dude. If they made, oh my god, oh I'm getting shivers, bro. It would be so good. Give me something fucking new and exciting. Like new in game is cool. They added logbooks. Sick. They added the Maven. Sick. Okay. They added the Trial Master for a league. That was pretty cool. Those aren't in-game goals. They're just things that I can do on my characters. But if we had Infinite Delve, I have something to fucking shoot for. You feel me?
Though I don't know necessarily about Infinite, but I do want it to be like where like delving gives you soul fights, so that way you can keep delving, but then it stops at some point if you want to keep the current status quo. You know what I mean? So you like level. You can level from 1 to 67 and unlock your hideout, whatever the end game town. I forget the name of it. The default one. Yeah. And then like you go and do the normal stuff. That's fine, but I don't really see a good reason why it wouldn't be done already with Delve, considering you just skipped the first 60 tiers. Anyway, like nobody goes and delves when they get the first soul fight in Act 4.
Right, but how old is Delve? They could do like a remake of it, right, where it's exciting and then you have something to do instead of the acts, like, and they could do that with heist. They could make it more interesting. They could do that with so many things. They could do it with logbooks. Fuck if I care. Like, it would be so cool to give me something different to do other than Act 1 through 10, even though that does provide players like with a attainable like speedrunning goal. It's still, I don't know. I don't like the way that it's set up with only having one route to get to the end game. As somebody who has gone through the acts 5 times this league now.
Don't worry, in PoE 2 we'll have 2, Smile.
Yeah, but I would still like to see them add. I think delving specifically is like my dream goal of them adding a leveling route.
Mine would be a Harbinger leveling. Like the Harbinger map?
Yes. Beachhead's really fun, but that would be broken. That would be so broken.
Beachhead to 100, bro. Let's go.
No, because they're all fucking Nemesis, and that's too many volatiles, and CBA. That is too many volatiles, and I will cry. I will cry out loud. I can't deal with the volatiles. I can't deal with the boys. Yeah, I can't.
As long as it's only one.
Oh, my oppa. I have 1377 ES right now in 1 life. Thanks to my disc boy not being here. Not being in here.
Don't worry. Look, all you have to do is reroll a tankier build, Smile.
True. SST. I've had a lot of people come in and they say, well, I've actually been busy at the start of this league, but I'm going to be starting the game again. What build would you recommend? And I'm like, well, you actually have options now that are all really good, really strong, really fun, and pretty tanky. Like you have TR, SST, Forbidden Right. You can do Summoner. Summoner even felt good with just basic leveling gear. You have options now, which I do like.
And that's thanks to the nerfs. Crazy how we get around like that.
Oh, this guy, dude.
It's just funny to me. I don't hate nerfs, that's all. But
I don't hate them either. I don't like the way they did it.
I'm very happy that evasion builds are the way right now. Obviously you have some that are still really good that aren't evasion, but when you go to PoE Ninja and you look at softcore, the top notables taken are Phase Acro, Wind Dancer.
I'm going to need a podcast intermission here. I'll be back shortly.
Okay.
I'll be right back. We had a mid podcast explosion. Sorry.
No worries.
We're back.
I ended up arguing with chat while you were gone.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
How'd that go?
I made sure to call them retards just for you.
Ah. I mean, I like
didn't
my chat.
actually.
You know,
No, I know. I wouldn't actually bully them.
We're pretty tame. We're pretty tame.
I don't bully most people. People just think that I bully people.
Except for me. He bullies me. I bully my basement people, but he bullies me.
Yeah, I do bully you a little bit, but that's okay.
Back to end the discussion on unique flasks. I am incredibly sad about it. It makes sense because they wanted to show off the new instilling orbs and enkindling orbs and things like that. And they wanted people to use normal flasks more, and all of the in-game builds were using 5 unique flasks. So, or 4 and then a quicksilver, whatever you're doing. So, I understand, but I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I kind of don't like it, but I also like it. Smile, like, I'm playing an Aurabot, so I like it a lot. When I wasn't playing an Aurabot, I dislike it a lot because it's actually kind of cool to use all unique flasks.
Yeah.
And most of the time, the art on unique flasks looks just straight up better, so it's like, you feel cooler, you look cooler, you do cooler things.
That's the thing for me. I like having the icon at the bottom of my screen that's not a basic flask. I like having one that's like fucking really nice to look at. All of the unique flasks have really, really good art. Except for Overflowing Chalice, I don't like it for some reason. The rest of them though, incredible. When I use Cinder Swallow, Bottled Faith, and the other ones, Edziri's Promise, Roomies, all of these just looked so good all the time.
That's facts.
Oh man, I'm sad. More disappointed than sad. I understand it, so I'm not like that upset, but it's still annoying.
Do you know what I'm not sad about though?
What's that?
The fact that Raider is reigning supreme.
Yeah, I love Raider. It's fun. It's not what I'm playing, but it's fun. It's great for you because you fucking are in love with it. Yeah.
Yep, Frostblade Raider, dude.
Yeah,
I'm gonna slap a headhunter on it, and I'm gonna go zoom zoom.
It's gonna be great. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. I loved playing Raider last league, and I'm gonna love playing it this league. With my Ellie hit, once we get rich, we're both gonna get rich.
Hopefully.
Yeah, no, there's no hopefully.
Well, I mean, technically one of us could get rich, and then the other doesn't.
No, we're both getting rich.
I know.
Everybody
I'm just naming. It's okay. It's just a meme kill.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, I'm excited to play a Raider again because of the speed. You're able to make it feel like last league a lot easier with the speed of everything, basically, and I love that a lot. I'm happy with it. Evasion builds are fun to play if you have enough money to throw at them. They feel terrible early on, though, I will say.
That is true, but we're not playing Gauntlet, so it's okay.
Yet. What are you playing in the Gauntlet?
Yeah. What? Oh, I'm definitely playing an Evasion build in the Gauntlet.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, I know. Yeah, cannot fucking relate.
Look, you put in the work early, and then you reap the rewards later, you know? You just gotta be extra good early.
Yeah, but... You're asking me to be good. I
don't
am
think
not
you're
even
bad.
good late. I'll be honest. I'm just here for the vibes.
That's okay. That's what FR Totem is for. You just play FR Totem or SST, and there you go.
Yeah, actually, I might try the FR Totem throughout the gauntlet. I'm wondering if they're going to bring LMP
I'm very
back
interested in it.
with all the changes.
I hope they do.
I hope they don't. That sounds fucking terrible. There are
But,
so many
I mean-
situations where I would have died in the gauntlet with LMP that would have been wildly unfair. I will say.
Look, it might get unfair. I'm not gonna say that it won't, but at the same time, Gauntlet is supposed to be the hardest league ever.
Which is fine.
It's supposed to
fucking
have
difficult.
all the mods.
But I don't want LMP. Please. Zizaran, I'm begging you. Please. No LMP, dude. That's the one thing I don't want. Holy shit.
If it makes you feel better, if it's an event that's supported by GGG again, I don't think GGG will support that.
What, LMP?
Yeah, so
I
I
love
think
people
it's
dying to
pretty
random
likely
shit. What do you mean?
No. Oh my god, my recording crashed. Are we...
I wasn't recording the intro, but that's all I missed. And you can just pull that from stream.
Okay, I guess I'll have to. It's fucking annoying.
It happens.
I don't know why OBS has been doing that lately.
It's trolling. Maybe you have a keybind. For like
No.
just stopping it. No? Okay.
Nah, it just like goes unresponsive. It's alright though.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, well, like I said, I downloaded spyware because it makes me trade faster.
You know, it doesn't help me trade faster. I noticed that. I haven't been using it. I do like the live searches, and I do like being able to search in game. I think if we're talking about PoE overlay for anybody listening that doesn't know.
Yeah, I mostly mean searching.
PoE
I don't
overlay?
mean, actually trading.
Yeah, being able to search like that in game. If GGG were to add that into the game, I would be so happy,
Facts.
dude. That would be so good, man. Even if they kept the internet traffic for whatever fucking numbers they're inflating by making us go to the website, I don't care. You hit Alt-M and it brings up the entire trading system, and it looks better, and it's cleaner, and it's more responsive than the website. What? It looks so good. The PoE overlay people really, really did quite nice.
Yeah, and all they would have to do to justify it is put like an ad at the bottom or the top or whatever.
Yeah, fuck it, I don't care.
It'd be annoying, but whatever, you know.
I'll install AdBlock to PoE.
If they
so
gotta
I
get
won't.
their...
I'll figure out a fucking way, dude. Delete the file for the location where the ad is supposed to be, so it just doesn't exist. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Reddit will figure out some way.
Oh, Reddit always figures out a way.
Speaking of
Except
Reddit,
when they can't get to red maps.
remember when I got fucking reported by that guy on Reddit today?
Oh, true.
Yeah.
We
You want to make
were
that a
actually
topic?
talking about that right before. Sure.
Oh my goodness, dude.
It was funny.
It was obnoxious. So this guy, he comes in and he asks me for 3 of one beast. I have all my red beasts in one tab and all of my yellow beasts in another tab. I was farming beasts. That was how I was making money. That's how I got the headhunter. All of these things. And all of my red beasts, I have very specific ones. And this guy messages me and he says, like 30. Like he messages me the beast that he wants and then he says 30. And I say, I only have 11. Is that fine? And he goes, 30 random beasts. And I'm like, are you sure these are red beasts? They're for crafts. And he goes, yes. And so I trade them to him. 90 chaos later, he has 30 red beasts. I'm confused. 20 minutes go by. He messages me. He said, your beasts don't work. Scam. And I'm like, I told you they were red beasts. And he said, they don't split. And I said, yeah, they're not split beasts. They don't do that. They're not there to split items. That's why I double checked with you that you wanted 30 random red beasts. And this man's reported me on Reddit and tried to fucking cancel me, tried to cancel culture my ass, and only screenshot the very end of the conversation where I ignored him because he was spamming me to give him his money back. I'm poor. It's rough out here. You're a Spectre build. Go farm shit. I don't know what to tell you. I told you twice exactly how it would work. And so he tried to make me look bad on Reddit, and now he's getting ratioed by my upvotes on my comment on that post. We'll probably link it below the episode of the podcast if you want to go down there if the post doesn't get deleted because this dude's a goober.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was sitting there and like I didn't care, and then he made a Reddit post, and now it's just absolutely hilarious
It
to
is
me.
fucking great.
I was trying not to laugh while you were explaining it. Honestly.
Comedy gold, man. Like the dude was so lost. I was like, these are red beasts. If you want yellow beasts for 3C apiece, goddamn, you are overpaying, my dude, which is why I wasn't like, he's looking for yellow beasts. They are 2C apiece right now for bulk. Like 1.5 if you're buying 1 or selling 1. Okay. He wanted to do 3, so I was like, all right, bet. He reported me on fucking Reddit, dude. Somebody roasted him in the comments, and they said the league mechanic is supposed to teach you to how to read better. And that's big brain. That's true. This guy named BeaniesbroPoE said wowie in the comments.
Wowie. Yeah.
Wowie.
I mean, that's all you can say to stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
I mean, what else do you say?
So anyways,
I could sit there and flame him, but that's not going to do anything.
Yeah, it's not going to help anything. The dude is a little lost. He's a little confused, but he got the spirit. So anyways.
Plus, maybe it's a language barrier issue, and my dude just doesn't know English.
That is entirely possible. But his title is in English of the Reddit post.
That is true.
He messaged me in English. His trading was in English.
Well, I mean, what I mean by he doesn't know English is like he has like, it's like if I tried to speak Spanish. Yeah. Like I had decent Spanish at one point. Now it's gibberish at best.
Yeah. Same. The dude just tried to cancel culture me, and it was hilarious, and so I figured we should bring it up on the podcast because that was really funny. Shout out to Everyday Engineering for telling me about the post. He literally opened Reddit, and it was the first post for PoE. It was great. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
dude.
I still, yeah. I'll never understand people go on Reddit, but every once in a while I dip my feet in and I laugh.
Cannot relate. I don't go on Reddit because it's a cesspool of complainers, and I could not be happier that the top delver is Reddit Crybots. That is hilarious to me. It perfectly encapsulates this experience.
I think he made another character and laughed like 99% of people as well.
He did.
Yeah.
Multiple times. This dude is just absolutely fucking banging. Reddit Crybots is Boo Reddit Crybots, Larry's Reddit Crybots. There's all these Reddit Crybots, and it is the best fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Could be a group of friends who are just having a good time.
I think it is. I think they're all delving together, yeah. That's just funny to me. He was also the first person to level 100, which is hilarious to me. Reddit Crybots was.
Yep.
So good, man. So good.
Oh, you know what else is so good?
What's that?
The instilling and enkindling recipes. Why would you ever do them?
I did them just earlier because I was out of instilling orbs, and enkindling orbs are useless.
I mean, I guess, right? But like at the same time, it's like, can you imagine being in SSF where you actually need to use recipes and stuff like that for like non-currency gaining purposes? Like well, okay, non-currency gaining. I mean like profiteering. Yeah. Right. But like say you actually need, that is such a waste. I'd just go farm maps instead. Not to mention how often they drop.
A lot of people aren't blasting as hard as we are, so they're not getting as many of them. So it makes sense to me. It's just like, even with like I rolled 85 of them, and I got 2 flasks that I needed out of 5 for used when charges reach full. So that was cool.
That is true, yeah. Sometimes you can get pretty cocked. I used over 100 to get curing, I think, trigger on poison.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So I think getting like the right trigger on every flask, and then whenever you change a flask or anything, is why people are needing the recipes and stuff. Because I had 200 enkindling orbs or more, and I used all of them to turn them into instillings because they're useless. I'm never going to use enkindlings because of the...
Yeah, I wonder if they are actually useless, or if we just haven't figured out how they're good yet. Like, I wonder how that's going to work, if they're going to have to buff it or not. I
don't like the doesn't gain charges during flask effect. I think if it was gains % reduced, it would be better. I'd like it more. But I don't like it right now. I think it doesn't. It can encapsulate why I would ever use a flask.
Yeah, that's fair.
A little silly. So for the ascendancies, I feel like it's very similar to every league, just because it's going to be summoners on top at the very beginning almost every time, except for when Toxic Rain Caustic Arrow was absolutely insane. But I feel like it's always going to be like the same 5 ascendancies or so. I did expect Trickster to be ahead of Pathfinder and Elementalist and Guardian and Berserker, but it's not. very strange to me.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things. It's like we really need those extra ascendancies right now because it's getting kind of boring having the same ascendancies. And they tried to work on that a little bit when they like reworked Elementalist and they put in, you know, changes to the other ones that weren't quite as impactful, but they were pretty good. But now they've shit on Elementalist, so it's kind of weird because that's the newest ascendancy that we have.
Yeah, and it was also
like it warranted the nerfs.
It was also the most popular in all of Ultimatum League. Elementalist, by far, was the most popular. It was where the Necromancer is now. It was good in week 2, and it was the most popular, and it was good at the very end, and it was the most popular. Which I think is the most major, like, shake-up of the meta between all of the very specific ascendancies rather than classes, because it's still the Witch, but it's just weird. I don't know why they would make it good and then nerf it into the dirt where 2% of players are playing it now. Or 2% of players at level 93 and above are playing it now.
Yeah, it's, I'm not, see, and I don't even think the nerfs were as bad as people think they were, but they were bad, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they feel worse than Necromancer does to play now, which is why it's swapped over to Necromancer. Yeah. It's always about, like, what feels better and what's going to be more powerful. And they made Elementalist very... I feel like they were at a good balance where people still wanted to play Necromancer because they like it, but they also felt like they could play Elementalist, which is why they did last league. Because Elementalist was just ahead of Necro as the top 2 ascendancies. So I don't know what they were trying to do by nerfing it, because it was, I feel like, at a good spot. It wasn't giving insane amounts of power. It was good to play, obviously, but it wasn't like miles ahead of everything else other than player count.
Well, the problem was, and why I agree with them, is because it was the Golem node in particular that was just blatantly broken. You took it on no matter what build you played in Elementalist, you took it, and you stacked Golems. That was just el facto the best. Period.
Yeah, that's fair.
Even on a cock discharge, that was the best, which like makes no sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, that it makes no sense. It was very, 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 very strong. Like I said, though, when they nerf something, they kind of go, they go real ham. They don't they don't do tuning changes. I feel like they do nerfs, and I feel like there's a difference because you can do like mid league tuning if you notice that something's like, holy shit, everybody's playing this because it's fucking broken. But instead, they're like, cut it off at the neck, fucking leave it to dry. Like, I don't like the way that they're
what they
handling
needed to do was they needed to give buffs to the other ones while nerfing that node by like half of what they did.
Yeah.
Like give it 150% instead of 100%, and then all of a sudden it's way stronger early, but weaker late.
Exactly.
And then you have options.
Exactly. I can agree with that for sure. No doubt. I think that it just like plays back into the how hard they nerf things that they nerf. I feel like in a lot of instances, it's always the really impactful meta-changing things that they just fucking obliterate. And then they'll, like, slightly nerf things that aren't meta. Because it's like, this is still really strong, but it's not meta, so we're not going to fucking kill it, behead it, even. But when it comes to, like, really big meta-changing things, they don't hold their punches at all.
Yeah, they do definitely nuke meta builds when they decide to nerf them most of the time.
Yeah. I will say I expected a little more Inquisitors to play. It's 0.5% at this point. And they're Cycloners. I think they're Shock Nova.
I can't believe anybody's playing cock, personally. I knew ahead of time you could like math it out. You could work it out.
Mm-hmm.
But why would you want to?
They're also playing Mjolnir builds, so that helps. It's not exactly cock, it's just like trigger, but
but like, why would you want to? Why? Why?
Not with the Flask nerfs that we talked about. Like, I don't know why I would ever even try. Too much money for a build that already didn't feel tanky enough for my playstyle. Like it was good. It did a lot of damage, and it was cool to play. But it is not fucking tanky at all. It is a glass cannon.
Like, at this point, do we just have some weird fetish for cock? Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Okay,
yes, we do. Oh my god, dude. Oh, that's too good.
But you get what I mean. Like, that's what it's gotta be, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's so many better builds. I don't understand it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Apparently people are still doing it.
People like the combo of skills, Kajetti says, which makes sense. I just don't think most of the time. I just don't think. I feel like playing cock is not the way to go if you want to play a one-button build at this point because of the price tag and the accessibility issues with the flasks and everything. Still being expensive, but now being dog shit instead.
Speaking of, though, if you go used on full charge and you just go fast as fuck,
you have to be able to blast, which is what I mean by it's expensive. True. The items may not be expensive anymore, like Cost Priest Malice being 20C instead of fucking 3x, but it's still like the accessibility of getting to the end game where you can blast like that without having any problems before you run out of flash charges.
Definitely not a first build.
Yeah.
If you wanted to feel good.
It's also not good for bossing anymore because of flash charges.
True.
Unlucky. It's just wild how they did that. How they did that. There's so many builds I want to try this league, man, and I feel like this is going to be a really good league to try out builds instead of trying to blast the end game after you get rich. Because once you try out builds, like, it's really good to do it to just test for fun, and the end game right now is fucking insane on the difficulty scale. So if I get tired of that, I feel like it's going to be better for me to, instead of blasting like I did last league, just play something different, which I do like. It's going to give me chances to try out like all these builds that I've been looking forward to.
Yeah, I want to play a bunch of new builds and make a bunch of new build guides and stuff like that, but also I want to farm Legion 5 ways as Lightning Arrow.
This just in, Cost Priest Malice are now 5 Chaos, not 20.
5?
I stand corrected. Dude. That is a dead fucking item. I'm surprised people are trying to make it work. And they're going Occultist, which I fucks with. Occultist is mommy. Pass it on.
Occultist is underplayed, but I would not play Occultist that way. I would play Occultist as Plague Baron memes, personally.
Yeah, but Occultist is just fucking great. I love it.
Cobra Lash, personally, actually. Which nobody seems to agree with, but whatever.
I've never played it, but I mean...
It's Frostblades, but it's
I've never played that either. Speaking of Frostblades, BeaniesbroPoE on YouTube has Frostblades Raider Guide still up to date, by the way. Pretty much nothing has changed, so...
Yeah, pretty much.
Head on over to that. It's popping out right now.
Hydrosphere, that's about it.
Yep. Get that exposure. Raider is the new mommy.
It's not even about the exposure, because you have the Raider exposure. It's about... So, you have Chain on a really cheap unique claw that takes you until basically the end game. And then you put Hydrosphere on one side of the boss. You hit the boss. All your Frostblades hit the Hydrosphere and chain back into the boss.
That is fucking broken. That is broken. That is broken. I love it. I fucking love it.
So even though end game we technically lost damage, once you like count up all the Frostblades hitting the boss, you gained damage.
Yeah. One thing I will note, a lot of players come in and they say, this person's doing this much damage. How can I get there? And I'm like, if you take a look at their build on PoE Ninja, and you think, if I had all of these items plugged onto my character, how would it feel to play it? It would feel like shit. If somebody's doing the top damage of an ability, they're probably built for damage for PoE Ninja.
Yeah.
Like, if you see a build that's doing a lot of damage, that doesn't mean it's good in practice. Some dude had fucking 20 billion damage during Ritual, Ultimatum, whenever Harvest came back and it was fucking broken. For Blade Vortex Cold. There's no shot you actually play that build. There's no shot. A lot of people will also do a lot of things like padding, where they take as many things as they can to make the number bigger instead of actually being playable because it's fun for them. So I want people to learn that you need to take it with a grain of salt if you're just getting into the end game. Don't always just look at the number and be like, bigger number, better person, because on PoE Ninja that's not true, but normally it is true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Kale.
On PoE Ninja, it's fake.
Okay, Kale.
It's fake news on PoE Ninja. Pass it on.
I really just want to go into the edits and just overlay Kale saying bigger number, better person from the previous episodes, but you know what?
Bigger number is better person, except on PoE Ninja. I want people to learn that does not mean a goddamn thing. A goddamn thing. We're back on the goddams.
But I also don't blame them because it gets their name up high on PoE Ninja.
Yeah, I have no problem with
their stream and...
I don't have a problem with people doing that. I did that for fucking Elliot, and it was fun. Like, getting the number as big as possible. It was for me. It wasn't for being on PoE Ninja. I just wanted to get my number fucking to the moon, before everything got nerfed. And it felt good, and I did that, and it was cool. But now, we're like, I need people to understand that is not how the end game actually works if you want your build to be playable. You have to have a shitload of currency if you want to do that much damage and actually play your character. So, keep that in mind. I just want people to understand. I have had a lot of people come into chat and be like, well, this person's doing this much damage. Is it because of this item? And it's like, no, it's because if you look at their tree, they're using all cluster jewels and 17 Watcher's Eyes, homie. Like
Yep.
They're using 17 3-stat Watcher's Eyes. So I don't know what to tell you. Is there any changes in the ascendancies from this league compared to last league that you weren't expecting? Like something being played less or more than?
Yeah, I'm surprised Hierophant's still being played, to be honest. I know Mom is still fine. Mom is intact, but...
well, it's FR totems, right?
I mean, yeah, but like at the same time, I don't know. I felt like maybe you go something else, but I guess Hiero is still the way to play totems, which is kind of boring.
A lot of people are doing... Yeah, definitely. I think it's because of the tankiness after everything else was not necessarily removed, but nerfed a bit. So a lot of the in-game builds that used to feel tanky are not going to feel as tanky, whereas the changes to mana aren't going to make that much of a difference, other than in the very, very end-game, where the one-shots are still a problem. But generally, it's still going to feel good to play Mom. In fact, it's probably going to feel better than a lot of other defensive layers.
Oh yeah, Mom's really good right now. That's just, yeah. Personally, I want Necromancer to be good for totem builds. Yep. I want to be a Necromancer totem build.
My head has never snapped to the left so fast. What the fuck are you saying? Actually,
well, now we have.
If we make totems nearby allies, that would be so sick. Wait a minute.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Commander of Dorkness. That would be so sick.
You could have Guardian totems too.
Guardians, dude. Yep. Oh my god. I mean, but then that would be the only meta. Like everybody would do that. Because I'm looking at these ascendancies
and they'd be too broken for sure.
They would be so strong. Broken. I like Hierophant personally.
I don't, but I like Templar, if that makes sense. I like Inquisitor, but I don't like Hierophant. But I like Templar.
They are a lot more interesting, I will say. Hierophant's just plug and play, whereas with Inquisitor and with Templar, you have to or Inquisitor and Guardian, you have to there's things that you can do to make everything work better. Whereas with Hierophant, if you look at the tree and you see which ones people take, it is the same 4. You're not going to see them taking the other 4 that are not being taken.
Yeah, the other 4 are just bad, sadly. Probably the only thing I like about Hierophant is the +4 minimum endurance and power charges. That gets me
very
going.
Strong.
That's about it.
Hard. Erect when I read that change a couple leagues ago. 4 to minimum. Oh my, so good. When you stack that with a shield that's +2 to minimum, you have 6 minimum. You can't not crit. You would have such a hard time not critting, dude. So good.
It's very nice, very like people don't understand, or a lot of people I should say don't understand the value of having it just permanently there compared to having it there after you've hit something.
Yeah. Or after any conditional is met. Having 4 endurance charges is 16% less damage taken.
Yep.
Across the board. No changes other than chaos damage. Play better. That's about it.
Yeah.
Shit, dude. I am excited to play a Hierophant FR totem. Maybe not FR totem. I want to do what's that thing called? It's swirly? It's a new skill. Frost swirly fucking shooter. Mabobber.
Oh, is it Eye of Storm?
I have Winter.
No, I
have Winter.
Winter.
That's what it is. I am excited to play that on a totem build. That's going to be so sick, and I want to do it.
I don't know about a totem. I want to do it as a miner.
That would also be really fun. I think either is going to be great. I just want to see as many fucking spinny boys out there as possible. It would feel like you're playing Cyclone, but you don't have to pilot the Cyclone. Be
True.
great. Be great. And it's cold damage, so things are getting chilled. Oh, so good.
Yeah, I am a big fan of cold damage.
Mm-hmm. Very exciting. Okay, next on the list. So we have 4 times less players at 95 week 2. I personally don't think that has to do with player retention. I think it has to do with the difficulty changes. I think it's both, obviously, but I think it has more to do with the difficulty changes. A lot of people are having trouble getting into red maps. They're like, holy shit, dude. T15s and 16s and 14s and 13s and 12s being the end game is crazy to me now. Like you still see,
I
obviously.
kind of like that.
I do too. I think it's very interesting and shaking it up for a lot of people.
It creates more of a curve than just.
I feel more rewarded.
Like a crater, and then you go up, and then a crater. Yeah.
No doubt. I feel more rewarded for not getting to level 100 than I did before. I felt bad if I didn't get a character to level 100 in the past leagues because of how easy the in-game felt to me personally as a player.
Facts.
And how much time I had on my hands. If I wasn't able to get to 100 in a league, I would have been very sad. Whereas now it's
4
like
times is maybe a little too much. Like I see 400% in my head, and that's like, that's a little drastic. But at the same time, I think there are other factors, and at the same time, I like it. So I guess at the end of the day, I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with any amount of players not being at level 95 until it is too few or too many. And before I did feel like it was too many, so I do like the nerfs in that regard, because it didn't feel as cool. Exclusive is the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel as exclusive. It didn't feel as exclusive to get 95 plus, but now it's like, damn, my character's there. I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me. Like, I feel great being there now.
Yeah, it's been a long time since there's actually been value in hitting 100. And you can still devalue it a little bit. You can be all like, oh, it's softcore. You buy 5-ways, you buy Chayulas, whatever, right? And I can't disagree with that. But for the most part,
people aren't getting rich enough to do that too.
It feels far more rewarding. That is true. Also,
like it's. I feel like it has like this compounding factor based off of all of these other things, including people not getting rich enough, because the end game is so difficult now. A lot of players probably went in like, okay, I'm just gonna blast the red maps and just farm my headhunter and be happy. But they're like, holy fuck, dude, these assault ribbons are fucking me up. So, anyways, I got one shot by an assault ribbon with no mods. Madge.
It was kind of funny, but
it was
okay.
so funny.
He's playing an omega squishy character right now.
I know I'm bad at the game. I'm bad at the game. I mean, I got fucking demolished.
I mean, look, I'm not gonna say no, but at the same time, you're playing an omega squishy character. It takes a lot of practice on omega squishy characters to be able to play omega squishy characters.
That's true.
Literally every group play like guide that you go to will say, give your carry and give your Cobot time to learn how to not die. Like literally all of them for a reason.
That shit hurted.
It takes effort, even though you have a support giving you max res.
That shit hurted.
You don't have EHP.
Yeah, I have no. I had 0. I had 600 because I dashed out of range of you. Got fucking boinked by a goddamn assault ribbon. Made me feel like shit. God damn it.
Yeah. People watch people who have played carries multiple times or played Colbots multiple times, and they think it's super easy to not die, and it's not.
I'm a bad bitch, though. I learned already. We're getting there. Massive improvement from the start of the day to now, especially with the...
Yeah, for sure.
12 levels I gained. Pretty good. We already talked about the recipes, too. Is there anything else that you were caring to go over?
Not particularly. But I also have a lemon cake in the fridge, so I'm motivated to not talk about things.
Fair.
I got cake on my mind.
Can I have a slice?
No. I mean, you could if you were here, but you're not, and I'm not gonna travel, and I don't. Yeah.
One-handed dab. That means I'm sad.
Oh. Well, just don't live not here then. Smile.
As Zizaran said to depressed people, have you tried not being sad?
True.
I have tried. I have.
Have you tried hard?
Very. It don't work. I need drugs. Give me drugs. Okay? Listen, man. Oh.
Don't worry, it's just a meme.
I'm having fun with our duo. I was not having fun last night when I was playing solo trying to level. Holy shit. I was miserable. So I just gave up and I started playing my other character.
It looked pretty bad.
It was
that's
terrible.
why I came back for another act or whatever it was.
Oh, no, I mean after that. After I had
bad.
the character, I was in maps at like level 70, dying 6 portals before I even halfway through the map. It was terrible. Still getting XP, though.
That sounds bad. I mean, true. As long as you're getting XP, that's all that matters.
I'm excited, though, to where we're going to take it. We got ideas. We got things to work on. We got things to work towards. I'm going to try and get rich while you're sleeping.
Not
on my MFer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you play your SST, you'll be fine.
Yeah. SST is a bad bitch. I might make a new build. Who knows? Fuck it.
True. I mean, have fun. It is what it is.
Do you have any other ideas for the podcast episode?
No.
I do, based off what you just said. Having fun is better. Stop trying to be bigger number, better person until you know that you can. Have fun first, please. Too many people feel so attached to the number of DPS that they have, and it actually makes me really sad because I tout my number because I'm bigger number, better person mentality, and it makes me feel bad when I don't have bigger number. I should be having fun without bigger number. This just in.
You're not wrong.
Stop caring about the fucking number. You need to have fun without the bigger number. The bigger number might not be attainable at some point. They might nerf everything again by 40%, and you might just literally be doing 20% of the damage you were 2 leagues ago. Okay, like, stop being attached to the fucking number. Stop being attached to POB. Stop making all those fucking changes. Do what feels good. That's another thing. People ask me, should I take these nodes on my tree? And I'm like, no. You don't need the damage. You said you could clear the maps that you're doing. Take defenses. Take defenses. Take defenses. There's life. There's evasion. There's block. There's dodge. Okay. There's ward. Ward. By the way, ward.
I don't know if I want to try it, but it seems strong on enemies.
It's fucking broken on enemies, and I've died to it. Okay, because they're sitting there fucking getting hit, and I'm sitting there fucking beating their ass, and they're like, "It's fine. I take no damage right now," and they fucking mac me. Okay, like assault ribbons do. Terrifying fucking enemy. I'm gonna be scared about that for a long time. But anyways, that was.
I think
I just
part of
wanted to
that
bring
is
that up.
also that we don't understand ward yet.
There's like a damage threshold you have to break before their ward is gone, right? It's sort of like a one-shot breaker.
The way I understand it is, it's energy shield that you can't see like energy shield. Does that make sense?
It says no any amount of damage. Yeah, but it gives them a timer. Because I can sit in the middle of a pack and blast sparks for a full second, and they are taking no damage. Their ES and health are not moving. Yes, it doesn't break it in one hit.
I'm pretty sure it is an amount, but I'm pretty sure it's like literally... I think it's literally energy shield that you can't see, except it doesn't regen. But it just doesn't show you energy shield. It shows you ward. So like, you know that they have energy shield, quote unquote, but you can't see how much, you can't see how close you are to depleting it. You can't.
That makes sense,
and
actually.
That's why
that's
with
how it
Crisis,
feels, at least.
I didn't even notice energy. I didn't notice ward because we were doing giga damage.
Yeah. My pronouns are he, because I'll never be him.
Huh?
You said Crisis. I said my pronouns are just he, because I could never be him.
Oh. Don't even, no, stop. We're not comparing ourselves.
Oh my god, I know. I heard the meme and it was too funny, okay? I had to say it.
It was funny, but I didn't get it, so.
It also replenishes all at once when it replenishes, apparently.
Oh, poggers. That's worse than energy shield.
Okay. That was episode 11 of the Semantics podcast with BeaniesbroPoE on YouTube, Patreon, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Pornhub, everything.
Not Pornhub, sadly.
Oh, shit.
Maybe one day I'll be handsome enough and popular enough to...
You don't have to be handsome to make porn.
To make porn with a lot of very attractive porn stars.
There is a kink for everything. I am Kalecgoose on YouTube and Twitter and Twitch. We should probably get some there.
I thought about it, but at the same time, we stream it on your Twitch. But I guess people do watch it on YouTube, so it's, yeah.
And this was the 11th episode of Semantics Podcast with the longest outro I've ever done. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a lot of fun. Had another good episode. Me and Beanies will be rich by the time the next episode airs. If you have any questions about anything, you want to discuss anything, you want to debate, you want to roast me, don't do it on Reddit. Come to my stream. We can have a conversation. Yeah.
Or do it on Reddit and his stream.
That's true. Give me exposure, baby. Keep posting about me on Reddit, goddammit. I'll be so happy.